Hi Sag, welcome back to our channel. All right guys, happy Monday first and foremost. I hope that you're having a great start to the week. We're going to be doing your week ahead reading. All right guys, let's see. Also, I want to say thank you so much for all the love on the channel. I've been seeing you guys show up and show out in the comments, in the views, in the likes. Thank you to everybody who's just been supporting the channel and making sure to stay tuned. I really appreciate you guys, okay? All right, this is for my Saggies, my Sagittarius placements, Sagittarius masculines and feminines alike. What's the energy? What's Saggies energy for this week ahead? What is Saggies energy for this week ahead? Give me some messages, please. Let's get, okay. Let's get 2 cards here. Oh my God. All right, the first card is a little bit much, but let's see what else do we have here. All right. Wow. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant in reverse. If you look at this card, it's someone who's very pompous, a little bit arrogant. Okay. Be careful of your arrogance this week, Sag. Be very, very careful of your arrogance this week, your ego, your pride. Making decisions out of pride and ego. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. This is that kind of energy. Okay. So just be careful of your pride, okay? I feel like based off of the readings from last week, I feel like there's been a lot that you've been kind of like reserving about yourself. You pulled like cards like Temperance. You pulled cards like Six of Pentacles. So you've been very, very generous. And with Temperance, you've been being a good Samaritan, even in situations that may have cost you, or even in situations that may have really taken you out of your element. You kept your balance, okay? But there's an energy of like if you had to face certain energies or environments that were meant to take you off balance, it's almost like having to stay in that medium, right? Because you've been a good Samaritan and a good person, even in situations that were not good to you, there's almost like a get back this week, okay? So maybe you stayed quiet when someone was being belligerent in front of you. Maybe someone did something to you and you didn't retaliate or you didn't react, and that's good. But what you did not do also takes a cost on you, and I feel like that cost could be paid this week. So you want to be very, very careful with your ego and pride. Like if there are things that you know that you reserved yourself against last week, this week it could be coming out. Like maybe you didn't argue back with someone. Someone was arguing with you and you just kind of sat there and listened and you didn't retaliate. That energy that you reserved could be coming out this week, and you want to just keep this sane energy, same energy, sane energy. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So yeah, Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant in reverse is like hierarchy energy. So like, it's levels to this shit. And on top of that, you may know that you are the more wiser. You have like sage energy, Sagittarius, sage. You know you're more wiser than someone, and you may use your wisdom to intimidate or this inferior complex this week. And you just don't want to be that way. If you're the more wiser, kind of let this person or the situation run stupid, and don't try to overexert yourself or exert your dominance based off of your wisdom, your knowledge, your experiences, or just your hierarchy. Okay, so that's why this card is on the bottom of the deck. It's almost like I've been playing small for so long, and if someone even tries my gangsta, I'm gonna show them where I came from, and don't do that this week, okay? It's not cute. You're not gonna like it, okay? Because you've been working a lot on your healing. We have the star here, and so you need to remain in that energy. And also things that happened last week, or even just this whole month of April before this week, could continue, and you need to exert your dominance by just being peaceful, grounded, and balanced, okay? It's almost like if you do exert your dominance and intellect in power, you're going to be stooping to someone's level. That's what someone's been doing to you, Okay, so you don't want to mimic this person or the situation. You want to keep your calm energy. That's how you're going to win all day, every day. All right. Now, the 2 cards coming out, again, there's warnings here. First card that wanted to come out very abruptly is the Devil. All right, so devil energy could be an archetype of someone. Is showing that this could be your archetype this week. But whenever the devil comes out, it's not your true archetype. It's literally this negative entity playing games with you, manipulating you, giving you this false power that you may run rampant with. So you want to be very careful that you're not coming off dominating, controlling. You want to make sure that you're not being a manipulator or a trickster. And it's not even your energy that's doing this. It's really just this energy acting through you. Okay, it's an entity. So you just want to be careful with that with the devil. Devil also talks about things that control you, things that may be very tempting to do. So if you know there's certain habits, people, places, vices that whenever you frequent these things, it just doesn't have a great outcome. You want to stand firm and show that you're not a slave to those things, okay? And this is a week all about choices, the Judgment. It's a week all about choices. So make sure that you're making very grounded and sound choices. Also, you're being tested this week, by the way. So God has his eye on you, your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your grandma, whoever has passed on has a really close eye on you, seeing how you're going to react and how you're going to act. All right. And so it's all about making choices and making choices that show that you're not a slave to your detriment. And that's what it is. Okay. So you will be tested this week, which means triggers. Some triggers are going to come out this week. If it doesn't happen right away, like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, definitely could happen towards the latter of this week. And you just want to you want to defeat the dragon. You want to show it doesn't matter what you bring my way or what happens or what conflict I go through. I am in control of my own life always. Okay. So you just want to watch yourself. There's an arrogance that you may have because you do have higher standards than maybe your peers right now. You also have more wisdom than your peers, but if you act a fool like your peers, then you're the same as them. All right, so understand your hierarchy and act like it. Act like you are the leader, the role model, the inspiration, the muse. Act like that, okay? So that's interesting. I definitely feel like trickster spirit is around you, which could be anything. Doesn't only have to be the devil. There's a lot of spirits. Just like there's a lot of people in the world, there's a lot of spirits in the universe and in the ethereal. And there's a lot of tricksters wanting to play with you right now. Now, when this also happens to people, humans, it means that you're on the cusp of making it big or doing something monumental. And people want to trick you out your spot, okay? So just pay attention to your spiritual self. Also pay attention to your work self, career, because there could be people wanting to trick you out your spot, wanting to poke the bear. So you just need to continue to have this temperance, sound, and mind and stay on an equilibrium. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Now, let's see about this week ahead. What can my Saggies expect this week ahead? Saggy, masculines and feminines alike. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I have a shortness of breath today. I don't know what that's about. All right. You also could be doing a lot of like strenuous activity. That also has been coming out a lot in your last week's reading. So you could be working out this week. You could be running, walking. You could be doing some other things, hard labor, sex. I don't know, but I get like this shortness of breath. Does someone have asthma or something like that? I don't know. Or if it's not that, also like air quality. I don't know what that's about. Maybe you need to change your filters in your home. Okay. If you've been feeling off, mold is like a big thing that causes disease in people. So if you have neglected like your home, it's time to take care of your home, like change your air filters. Or if you're a smoker, whatever thing that you smoke, maybe like cut that out for a little bit. And what else do I want to say? Also in your community, air quality is getting kind of bad. All right. So this also could be prompting you to move. You could be thinking about moving. All right. Let's see what comes out for my Saggies. Give me some messages for this week ahead. What do my Saggies need to know? Who's coming towards them? What can they expect this week ahead? Give me some messages, please. Sag, I'm not going to lie to you. You have great cards for this week, okay? And literally, when you have like great cards, a great life, a great lifestyle, a great mindset, it's always going to be something attacking from the other side, from a low vibration, okay? And I think that's why these cards came out. It's like you have a great life this week, especially. And there could be something trying to attack that, okay? I literally watched with one of my closest family members. We watched Blink Twice last night. It was just a psychological thriller. It was really good. But one of the lines in the movie was, something bad is going to happen. And the person was like, oh, why? And they're like, every time life is great or life goes good, something bad happens. And so all of your cards are really positive and really nice. And so you just need to be careful of the threat against that, okay? We have the Queen of Swords here. It may be hard for you to accept that your week is going to be really good. You could be you could be looking for something that's wrong, okay? Especially with the Queen of Swords being here. Very analytical, very logical, and very detached, okay? But you are going to have a really, really great week. You could be looking for haters or any type of opposition. It's like you're getting, definitely with the first card, you're getting like great community. A lot of people are supporting you and you're just looking for that one opposition. So almost like looking for trouble. Don't do that, okay? You're getting so much praise and recognition and support. You're looking for that one person in the crowd who's going to be a hater. Don't do that. Just enjoy. All right? Remember to enjoy or even romanticize your life this week. You have a lot of good things happening, okay? So just be careful because you could be your biggest enemy this week. It really doesn't have anything to do with the outside forces or what's coming towards you. It's more so you. And because you maybe have been taking a beating this month, I've seen that. You've been taking a beating. You've handled it with grace. Now you want to rage. And it's like, no, this is meant for you to really live peacefully and go about your week really nicely. Let me show you the cards that came out for you, okay? Really, really great spread. First card that you have is the Ten of Cups. You have Temperance here. You have the Empress. And you have the King of Cups as your last card, okay? Emotional maturity. This week is going to be all about you being emotionally mature, emotional regulation, not raging, not reacting, okay? That's what's going to hold you and keep you stable throughout this whole week. And on top of that, you have so many good things coming towards you, all right? So let's start with this first card. We have the Ten of Cups here. With that Ten of Cups, lots of support. You have more support than you acknowledge. All right, you have much more support than you acknowledge, especially with the Hierophant in reverse on the bottom of the deck from our first cards that we pulled. You have a lot of support and you are a leader. You have a hierarchy when it comes to your community and your peers. People look up to you, people aspire to you, but you may not be realizing that. You may have a big ego because whatever the journey was to get to that place could have been really hard. Okay, so it's hard for you to calm down as you're taking the throne. It's like someone's being crowned king or queen, but like you're mad. You're mad about it. You're like, you don't know what I've been through to get here, okay? But these people who are supporting you, whether it's your family, your friends, coworkers, work environment, or even just strangers, they don't know what you've been through. And they look up to you because they think you handled it with grace. So unfortunately for you, Sag, this is not your moment to rage. You have to keep that level of grace. You have to. okay? You inspire a lot of people. You're going to have a lot of support here, especially with family. There could be something really big with family. You did have a great deal of generosity this month of April. So that also could be feeding that. Like you gave back to a lot of people, you gifted people, you paid for people. People are giving you genuine support from that with the Ten of Cups. There's also something that you're going to be very, very happy to receive or have, whether that's just your place in this world, a goal that's going to be accomplished, or just like maybe even your finances. But there's something that's fulfilling you, and there's a lot of harmony that's coming towards you. So if you're going to have a harmonious week, don't look for problems. That's kind of the lesson here, okay? Clarify the Ten of Cups for my Saggies. Let me see something. Okay. Oh, clarify the Ten of Cups for Sag. King of Cups. Exactly. And look, you're starting your week, and it's almost like you're being reminded, because you're starting your week with the Ten of Cups, King of Cups, and that's also how you're supposed to end your week. So you're being reminded from the front to the back, keep your emotional regulation, okay? Handle your emotions. You know, emotions are very fleeting. You're angry today, you're happy tomorrow. You're sad today, you're happy tomorrow. You're confused today, you have clarity tomorrow. Don't act in a moment when it's not your outcome, okay? That's what you're being taught this week. And a lot of people respect your emotional regulation. So last week or this whole month, how you were able to take a lot of punches and not react, you're kind of being lifted up because of that. And you're also teaching people that type of energy, sage energy, wisdom. It's better for me to just, chill out versus react. I know my power. I know I can, destroy this whole land if I want to, but it's not going to do anything for me, and it doesn't do anything for my people. So just stay very emotionally mature. And you're being supported because of that, your emotional regulation. People are not, they have seen what you've been through, and they feel inspired because of what you've been through. Okay. So if you feel unheard, unseen, that's not the case. Don't misdirect your anger or your sadness. All right. So there's something like that here. You're definitely teaching the masses with the King of Cups. And then what else is here? King of Pentacles. You have king status right now. Okay. Also with that too, your emotional regulation will help you with your finances and your legacy. Pentacle energy is behavior. So your good behavior or being able to like stay spiritually sound will help your abundance tremendously. I know that as well because we have the Empress here. So I'm telling you, do not be controlled by your emotions this week. It will not be worth it. You'll only set yourself back. Even if you feel like you need to get something out, do it in private. Okay, there's other ways to do this. Don't do it in front of like a crowd. Okay, don't let your ego dictate your behavior, because however you're handling some mess or messes that you've been in is helping your maturity and your growth, but it's also helping like your finances, your career, and you really have to keep it together right now. All right, you really do. You want to be the Seven of Wands, right? You really want to prove a lot of people wrong. You feel like you're always having to defend yourself, but you know what? You're almost like ushering a lot of people. There's a lot of people that you're responsible for without your own doing. And also another card that's been coming out for you, Sag, is big following. You have a lot of followers right now. All right. A lot of followers. This could be on social media, of course, or some type of content platform. But this is also in real life, your friends, your family. You could see that people are copying you. They could be copying your words of wisdom. You give them a word of wisdom and they regurgitate it back to you later this month. It's like, wait a minute, I said that first, okay? Or people are copying your style, or people are copying your hobbies, your interests, because they really want to emulate your lifestyle, which is a big compliment, okay? So there's almost like an influencer type of vibe that you're kind of giving off, and that you may even like feed into the rest of this year. You'll be surprised by the end of this year how big of a community that you built through your own actions and your behavior. All right. We have Temperance here telling you to keep a healthy equilibrium or do things in moderation. If you know that you're doing something in excess, this could be whatever. If you're scrolling in excess this week, pull it back, okay? If you're eating, you're like, I'm gonna snack and I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna eat. Pull it back, okay? If you are, I don't know, something else, like I know a lot of people like to smoke. If you're smoking too much and you're like, wait, I'm smoking a lot, I'm rolling up back to back, pull it back. If you go out and party and have fun, if you're doing it more days than sitting at home, pull it back. Watch yourself, okay? You don't want to tip over the scale with Temperance. And again, Temperance is a good Samaritan in the community. So people, your reputation precedes you right now, where people see you as a good person. You don't want to mess that up. You don't want to mess that up, okay? Tell me about Temperance. Always remember you have a bigger goal at hand, and if whatever retaliation, reaction, anger, rage that you want to give, does it support your bigger goal? And if it doesn't, then you know to shut the hell up, okay? You'll have your moment, but not now, all right? So Temperance. This could include venting, not a good week to vent. You may feel like you really want to vent to your diary, your journal. Also, I tell my clients to put on a video journal. Set up your phone somewhere, hit the record button when you're alone. You know, you could do this in the car, go to an empty parking lot, put up your phone and just vent to your phone. It's not a good time for you to vent. Nobody wants to hear about your complaints. People admire you for your strength, okay? Tell me about Temperance here. Two of Wands as well. You have deeper desires. You are going towards where your grass is greener, and you're coming up with a plan. All right. So you need to make sure that you're spiritually sound and grounded to act out on that plan. You know, if you have a plan to do something, you're a visionary, you have a blueprint, you have to make sure that you're grounded, that you can wake up every day and take action towards that plan, that bigger goal. All right. So there's some type of bigger goal that's defining you right now. Emperor energy, you have to stay on your P's and Q's. You have to stay on your responsibilities, your deadlines. You can't afford to lose that. You have great momentum. And there's something bigger than you that you're reaching for. You're reaching for the stars here. So it's not a good time to be in your head. And what's so interesting, I just pulled this deck out and look how the Nine of Swords is in reverse. Don't be in your head, okay? Not a good time to overthink. Not a good time to take actions that are going to make you overthink later. You ever curse someone out and then you're the one who's staying up late at night because you felt so bad? Not time to do that, okay? And let's see what else is here. Yeah, Three of Swords. You definitely are dealing with some type of disappointment that you want to vent about. Vent to a trusted confidant, okay? Every great leader has some type of advisor. If you don't, it's a good time for you to get one. So a therapist, a confidant, like a friend, a family member, or even your phone could be a confidant. It already listens to everything that we do all day. So you might as well just vent to your phone, boo. Or, you know, even if you need spiritual guidance at this time, your favorite tarot reader, you know. You definitely have disappointment or heartache here that you need to release, but release it on the right, what do you call that? The right vessel. Don't take it out on people. Don't take it out on your community. Definitely don't make a fool of yourself. All right. This is what this is saying. Very, very abundant this week with the Empress. Everything that you touch will turn to gold. Anything that you're nurturing at this time, meaning that you're putting in action every day, you're staying dedicated and committed to it, will go very far. And it's very abundant, like Jupiter energy. It will grow and expand to new heights. So definitely a great week for you to stay focused on your goals. Okay. Tell me about Empress here. You're also being admired for your creativity and your expression. So I could see a lot of copycats around you at this time, because that does give influencer energy. So how you're dressing, how you speak, your words of wisdom, how you do your hair, you know, where you go to eat and you post it, you're going to see people copying that. Okay. You just have this energy of abundance. People know it. That's why people follow you. All right. Because Empress is like, You're the Empress, and the people who are in your vicinity also get the benefit of your abundance. So that's why you have this big following that's like forming right now. But definitely some copycat energy. All right, tell me about the Empress. The Hierophant. Again, is levels to this shit, okay? And you are the teacher. You are the leader here. You are the leader. You set the standard, and you do have a following here. You're like, oh man, it's a little chilly in this room. Let me go grab my blanket. Then everybody just magically grabs a blanket too, you know? Okay, let me sit Indian style. Oh, let me adjust my posture and sit Indian style like Sag. Okay, so you do have a following. Use it to your advantage. Do not be offended by this. Sometimes when you're very creative and you do things from the heart, a lot of your creativity could be made through pain. So when people copy it, it feels personal, right? For example, say that you make a song out of pain. You're speaking about your pain. You're speaking about heartbreak. And then someone copies your melody and your lyrics. That's going to sting because it's like, wait a minute, I did this to help me to get through my pain. But this is your advantage. Don't see it as, I don't know. There's something about like, you definitely are being copied right now, but it's your influence. You're stepping into some type of influence and affluence, okay? This could also be how you make your bread, you know, for the next 10 years. So it's almost like a compromise that you're having to do with certain people who may be in your vicinity or following you. And it feels personal because a lot of what you're doing is you just trying to get on the other side from pain. Okay, so I do see that, but again, you will be compensated for this greatly. So it could be even your life path. All right, let's see what else is here. Yeah, the Fool. Take this and run with it. All right, don't be naive and think like, oh, I don't like all these people follow me. Let them follow you. Let them follow you. These people will build something for you, okay? Whether it's your family, your friends, strangers, online community, go with it. Go with it and run with it with the Fool. Trust it, okay? Trust it. And allow people to follow your influence because maybe it's part of your life path or it's what you're supposed to do. Also, too, when someone tries to steal your intellectual property or something like that, you know, this happens a lot where people may plagiarize or steal someone's intellectual property, monetize off of it. Like, find a way to make them a part of your system versus you are a part of their system. And I feel like that's going to happen naturally for you. It doesn't require a lot of brainstorming. It's happening very naturally with the Fool. This is like a new archetype or identity that you're walking into, okay? So don't be so mad. You know, even in career, it can be very personal when you're like maybe working hard and maybe also you're dealing with something behind the scenes and someone steals something from you. Make them your bitch, okay? Like seriously, you don't become the bitch, you know, make them your bitch. Use them to your advantage. Use it for what it's good for. Stand proudly that someone is so inspired by you that you're their muse, that they're even taking something from your book. Position yourself as a leader, okay? Definitely. Last card we have here is the King of Cups. I feel like from all that we talked about, really the lesson here is emotional maturity and not reacting prematurely. Sitting back, relaxing, knowing that you're abundant too, because the King of Cups draws a lot of people to them because they're so lovable and they're so genuine. Okay, so you're going to have a flock following you. I definitely see you wanting your solitude here. It's like the King of Cups. This looks like a camp leader, right? And they just like ditched the camp. They told them, oh, I'm going to go get food. And everybody's like, okay, we'll wait for you here. And they went and took a kayak down the river and they're like, I just need my alone time. But with the King of Cups, you know, there's definitely something about emotional maturity and just seeing that your path is inspiring a lot of people because you're inspirational. And that's a big thing. There's not a lot of people who are inspirational in this world. It's only a select few. So you're very special here with this King of Cups. And let's see, what does this mean for this week? Tell me about the King of Cups here. All right, the moon. You feel very confused about this. You're like, why me? All right, the moon. You also could be dealing with a little bit of anxiety, insecurities, or depression. So, it's like, how am I going to be a leader with all of these problems? Okay, there's a lot of leaders who have those problems more than you think. Also, with the moon is confusion about your life path. Like, am I supposed to be doing this? I don't even know. When you hit a roadblock like the moon, you're meant to just act, and answers will come later. You're not meant to sit there cowardly and just, let life and time pass you by. It's like, I'm confused, but I'm still going to do things and I'll figure it out later, and clarity will come later. So it's just a temporary time where you may have some confusion, but just keep going. Keep going, okay? And last card here is the Six of Pentacles. Again, you are very generous, all right? What did Nicki Minaj say? She said, I'm the degenerate queen, like Ellen, okay? So you are very much generous. You may not be giving your money or your acts of service to people anymore, but you are generous even with inspiration and creativity. And what's so interesting about this, we have like Justice card here. If you're worried about being taken advantage of or people taking what matters most to you, it will be balanced out financially, especially with the Pentacles energy, or with your reputation. You'll be well known. You'll have a lot of notoriety. So it's worth it. Okay. You may not see it right now because the moon confuses you, but later in life, as you are building your legacy or you understand what your legacy or life path is, it will make much more sense. Be careful of this devil energy. When you're onto something great, when you're about to become the breakout knockout, the devil likes to come and play, and it is a trickster spirit. So be careful of trickster spirits trying to trick you out of your spot. Okay. Just be careful of that. All right, let's get some last words. Last words for my Saggies, please. I don't even know what to title this reading. I'll have to figure it out. All right, last words for my Saggies. Hold on, let me write this down. And the camera's shaking. Okay. Last words for my Saggies for this week ahead. What do they need to know? What do they need to know here? Look at this. Too clingy. That's how you may feel this week. Like people are too clingy off your energy. You don't like it. But you are creating a big following. All right. So just follow it. Just allow it. All right, let's see what's coming out. Give me some messages, please. All right, anything else? It's a lot of people that are kind of following you at this time. All right, last card, last card. All right, cool. All right, we have moving on, okay? You could be moving on from a tough spot, a tough space, something that broke your heart, something that disappointed you. You definitely have the energy to move on this week, all right? We have gemstone. You could be working with certain crystals that help you with your confidence, or maybe it's a good time to get that, all right? Also, Gemini energy with gemstone. We have traveling soon. So you could be traveling soon. If you don't even feel like you resonate with that, just wait, okay? There could be an opportunity that comes to you very last minute. We have Saggy the unicorn. We have Taurus. Look how many people is in your energy, okay? So we have Gemini, Taurus. We have November, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. This has been coming out a lot, all right? We have, let's see what others. We have October, Libra, Scorpio. We have Aquarius here. Okay. All right, we have vacation. Could be a vacation coming up for you. Someone may offer that proposal to you. Let's go on a vacation. We have February, Pisces, or Aquarius. We have Aries, Empress or Emperor. You could be stepping into this energy as well, but look out for Aries. A lot of different people in your energy that could be following you or tuned into your energy right now. We have Happy Birthday, which would be Aries or Taurus. Or maybe even you're like now planning your birthday plans, like you're getting ahead of that. We have I Don't Like Your Friends / Family. We have I Want to Change for You. Tired of the Drama. Under the Bed. Okay, this came out in the last reading. So look under your bed, Sag. You may find something interesting. Or if you're going to someone's home, look under their bed when you can. Okay. We have Not Interested. We have True Love. You're My Soulmate. Okay. And last but not least, we have Gay. So same-sex relationships are highlighted, or there could be someone who is of gay sexuality that may be in your energy. Okay. All right, guys, that's what I have for you, your week ahead reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like the video before you go. Also, comment down below if you feel called to. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys very soon in your next one. All right, bye.